You were always the chance taker, though.
You never could. You never could. Yeah, you did it with no chance, neither. You did it with no chance. You're a smart dude, man. So, very dad things. Ramon de la Cruz. It's my man, Marcos Lozada.
What's up, people?
Yes, sir. And, first and foremost, tell them what you do here at Atlantic, but that's not why you're on right now. We're going to talk about you as a father.
Yeah.
And life as a dad dealing with transition, man, and getting your family to ride with you.
Yeah, man. So transition's a big deal for me. It's occurred quite a bit in the last 18 months.
Yeah, man. A lot of growth.
I was the head of HR for Atlantic Records, and now I'm the senior vice president of HR for all of U.S. recorded music, which includes Atlantic still, and a bunch of the partner labels that are part of Warner Music Group. Probably one of the biggest decisions and transitions that I had to make was, in order for me to continue to grow and develop my career and the professional side of what I aim to achieve.
Yeah.
I had to take some chances, and coming from one of my best friends here that always took chances, and I was always the one that played devil's advocate with him and would question his thoughts, and sometimes I would add some doubt there, and
necessary fuels for the fire.
Yes, sir. But at the end of the day, I always appreciated the discussions that we had, because you opened me up to the possibility, the possibilities of life. You were always so open with your with your personal life, especially with your closest friends, and we got to see how you changed and developed over the years. And look, sometimes that change was very positive, and sometimes the negative comes with it.
Yeah.
But I've always been a preacher of the only time us as human beings pay attention is when we lose. And you have to pay attention to those losses, because those losses teach valuable lessons. And if you really think about it, when you succeed at something, you're more into celebration. You're more into the feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you lose, you always have a tendency to think to yourself, what caused that situation to end up that way? Why did that outcome happen? I could even think about I had my first little BS fight in fifth grade with some kid that I was and that night I thought about, damn, I could have did this better. Everybody always fights better the next night, because they're dreaming about it. But this is not about violence. Yeah,
not Tyson.
It's not about violence. But at the end of the day, I think that a big part of my success came from a lot of my friends, like Munch. Oh, Ramon, sorry.
I said it's very dad things, man. They know me.
Yeah. That helped, bring me along. That term, it takes a village, is very true, man.
Yeah, man, definitely.
When you're in doubt, sometimes those are the moments where you dig deepest into your soul and into your heart, and things actually make sense. And sometimes that lookout comes from a loss, and they're important. Pay attention, man.
A man's true sense of character comes in adversity, and how he faces adversity. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it does.
That's when you really get to see somebody's face.
And it's crazy, because in my job, I see that in people all the time. I see their challenges, and I see how they handle them. I think throughout the years, working in music. And doing, performing human resources or business partnering with leaders and stuff like that, you understand more how people internalize, interpret, and project some of these things that they're up against. Not everybody handles them the same way, and some people need more help than others. I have been fortunate enough to have a core, group around me that was always positive, we had fun, but it was about success.
Took care of business.
Yeah, man.
We made taking care of business fun.
Man, fun is
We
an
made
understatement.
We made a living off that shit.
That's an understatement. I mean, I could sit back here. And,
That's another episode. Right now, what we're talking about is man, transition and specifically the transition of moving a family from one spot to another, man, and all that it takes and all that it takes away and all that it gives. You know what I'm saying? So I'll talk about mine first. You know what I'm saying? I came here from New York and I went to the DMV, man, and it was crazy for me. I mean, I had a little experience there because all my family there. You know what I'm saying? So I visited, did that back and forth for holidays, but living there wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Man, I left all my friends. I left everything.
I know.
My G. It was crazy over there.
Yeah, I was hurting, son.
It was crazy over there, man. It was nuts, and I was locked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but it was a part of life that had to happen.
Absolutely, I went through that. Man. I graduated college, so that was a good thing, you know.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying that when I was able to do that. And now you're going through that same thing, and now and it's a further jump. You know what I'm saying? You're not 4 hours away.
Yeah, and I think I think we all have ties to the people that we're closest to. I definitely think that was probably the hardest for me.
Yeah.
Was getting
the hokey chokey.
Yeah, man. It's
crying is alright, man. The very bad things you gotta teach lessons.
Yeah. It was, seeing where I came from.
Yeah.
And everything that came with that. Seeing my best friends, feeling like, will they forget me?
Like, you're never gonna see me again.
Yeah. That's crazy. Is it gonna be the same? Fortunately enough, I've always been a believer of, if a friendship isn't work. A good friend of mine said that to me. Actually was a neighbor of mine, and he said, friendships shouldn't be work. Friendship should be like, even if you don't see somebody for 5 or 6 months, when you see each other, it's like no time was ever missed. Yeah. And I'm fortunate that I have that, because a lot of my beliefs were proved wrong, from the moment I got to LA.
Yeah.
I moved from New York to Los Angeles, 3,000 miles away. I left everything I know. Everything, and even my island family from the island. My family's from the island of Puerto Rico. I left all my buddies, my family that's in New York, which my closest family are my parents, and my aunt and her family are there. The rest of my family's in Puerto Rico. My sister, she's in New York.
What's up, Mo?
Yeah, man. You got to get her on here.
I got to get Mo and Pete on here.
Oh, yeah.
That's a show they own, man. The Mo and Pete show.
Oh, man, that's a great show. She can definitely kick it on the challenges of having a young man going to college and the changes that she's going through right now. I mean, whew.
We could butt heads on that.
Yeah. But going to Cali, man, I didn't know anybody except people I work with. I knew that my family was going to have challenges in the sense of they had nobody. There was no network. There was nothing there. I was scared for my kids. I had at the time they were 16 and 18. My older daughter was, ready for college, and she was going out there anyway. The twins were leaving all of their friends. They were bummed out about leaving all their friends and everything they knew.
In the middle of high school.
But they're the ones that actually came to me, and I have my family's very tight, and we talk about a lot. And my wife understood that this was the second time they had asked me, and I was under the impression that if I passed this up again, I probably wouldn't get this opportunity again. And I started to think about all those times conversations that I had with Munch on the 5 and number 2 train, talking about ideas and, chopping it up and cutting things down and maybe working on certain things.
Yeah, dreaming, man.
Dreaming. The book.
Some things came through. The book, man.
It's coming.
The book is done.
I know.
The book is done. I'm doing layout, man. It's boring stuff now.
But you've been talking about that. That was like a dream.
It's taking some time.
So that's amazing. But yeah, I made it a point to explain to my family the why. I didn't want them to just think that it was something that I was going to do just because I wanted to go try California.
Yeah.
I was leaving everything, so it was a tough decision to make, and I knew it was tougher for my wife because all of her family is in New York.
Yep.
Not anywhere else. They're all there.
Shout out to Mel.
Yeah, Melly Mel.
Soldier.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
And my sister.
What's the Instagram fitness joint?
Mr. I forget now.
Mrs. M. Lozada.
No. It's Misfit. I'll figure it out in a minute. I'll tell you.
We'll post it out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll edit that out, and we'll know exactly.
So
it'll be more like this. Hey, hit up. A shout out to Mel. Hit her up on Instagram right here.
Yeah. My sister was actually the one person that really, didn't convince me, because you shouldn't make a move like that if you have to be convinced. A move like that, you have to be determined, because you're going to face a lot of adversity and struggles. And my sister, I remember like it was yesterday, my mom was upset. My parents were upset. I'm the youngest. I don't support them, but I actually do a lot of. They're older. They're going to appointments. They're having some complications with their health. So I was the one that moved them around and did whatever I had to do with them. So my mom was
champion style.
Yeah, man. She was upset, but it wasn't like upset like I did something wrong. She was upset because she was fearful of what she didn't know. Yeah. Which was I wasn't gonna be there. Right. How was she gonna manage? Right. Was my sister, gonna help out?
The void. How was gonna fill the void?
Yeah, how the void was gonna be filled, and my sister, hands down, she told me, she straight up called me and she said, you can't let all this craziness affect you, because you have big things coming and you have to focus. She was like, she said, you have to understand the why you're doing this, even beyond the things that you've already spoken with to your family. Right. The why you're doing this is bigger than just your family. The why you're doing this is for the example that you set for your children. The why is for the example you set for your family, for your friends. The change that you create for the stereotypes that Latinos have. The
big facts.
The effort that it takes to achieve what you're doing. And I continue to tell myself that in the last 7-8 months that I've been in California, because that's the reason why I left. Why I did it. My sister, she's the other half of my heart.
Biggest cheerleader.
She's my biggest cheerleader, and she said it best. She said, I do what I do, and I have a job. She's like, you have a career, and your career can impact more people than you think. And that's all I had to hear. And I took off and got to Cali, and I'm like a chameleon. I try to blend in right away. As you can see, rocking Converse. I never owned a pair of Converse in my life.
Yeah. We had to unbutton your shirt because you came with this shit.
Yeah.
We back in New York.
Yeah, man. But it's a different lifestyle. People are different. A little slower lifestyle. I've had to adjust a little bit. Obviously coming from New York. Everything is go, go, go.
Damn, you back and forth. So, it's like go, stop, go, stop.
I know. And that's the other tough part of my family, because part of the reason I had to move to California was that before I had this role, they were revving me up to, they were putting me through some different situations to learn the whole business so I could really deal. And that involved me traveling quite a bit, and I would be gone from my home, 2 to 3 weeks a month.
Yeah.
And my wife, God bless her, she held it down.
Salute, Mel.
3 girls, obviously she would have her moments, and we're all entitled to them. I would too. Yeah. But I have an amazing partner, best friend. She is like everything to me. He pretty much knows her forever too.
Road dog.
Yeah, man. And
if it another dad thing.
That's another, yeah. But if it wasn't, I think everything came together at the right time. And I appreciate the support that my family has given me. My kids, they're evolving well. I feel like 2 of them have really acclimated super easily. One is adjusting still. But at the end of the day, man, this is opening doors for my children that I never had, opportunities, for, and it's giving. I'm hoping that it's setting the bar. I always tell my children, I do what I do, so you can do it better than I did.
Yeah.
And that's my expectation. And look, everybody is different. Everybody will go down the path when they get to the right age and that they decide, what they want to do and stuff like that. But, up until they get to that point where they leave the nest, they know what my expectations are. And they know that, I'm always proud of them, but, their focus is to, continue to make me proud and continue to try to strive for things that I could never reach. And I'm still young, so I don't want to put it out there like I'm 80 or something like that. I'm still reaching, and I just got
still climbing.
Yeah, and I just think that all of these experiences are going to make me stronger, better, and hopefully provide even more opportunity for me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yo, congratulations, my G.
Thank you, brother.
Big things.
Yes.
This very dad things. We have a dinner appointment, so we're gonna wrap this up and maybe continue another time. But wrap up these strategies, man. Communication, open lines of communication with your family.
Yes.
Right.
That's big time.
You got to dream with them.
Yes.
Man, you got to dream with them because that inspires them, and that's kind of how you set your ambition.
Yeah. You also have to listen to their desires and needs. That can exist within your own dreams, because it's important not to just think of yourself. In my situation, I have 4 of the people coming along for the ride.
Yeah.
So I have to be very cognizant of what they're trying to do too. And hopefully I can help push that along, even through my path.
Yeah, man.
So
that's abre camino.
That's it, Baba.
That's what we do.
Yes, sir.
All right, baby. Let's go. Steak time.
Later.
Yo, estoy seco, bro.